All right, back with Ty Ballou. Steelers, Carolina, tomorrow, the final preseason game. Right. Defense wins championships. Looking around the AFC North, and I've been talking about this, blogging about it, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, do so.
Please.
Because it is growing very fast because of good people like your neighbors.
And you do your weekend picks on this YouTube channel.
We do picks.
Is Teddy still involved?
Teddy on the radio.
Of course.
Coons Market, Black and Gold Sunday Show.
Yeah.
But you look at the AFC North, okay? You got Higgins and Chase and Burrows, Cincinnati. They have no defense, okay?
Right. Yeah.
Baltimore, you've got Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry. They've got no defense.
Right.
The Steelers have an incredible defense.
Right.
And they have a little bit of firepower now with DK Metcalf and Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is not playing tomorrow. I understand totally. Right. Just what do you make of this rebuilding of the Pittsburgh Steelers? Omar Khan, Mike Tomlin, Art Rooney II saying, you know what, we're not going to wait to get the next great quarterback. We're going to get all in now and see what we can do.
Well, I'm a Steeler fan, Rob, and hope's spring eternal. I mean, the regular season is right around the corner. Aaron Rodgers isn't a long-term solution. There's Will Howard, who could be something. I know he was a lower round draft pick, but
he's a winner.
He's a winner, and I like the guy. And then, of course, we have Mason. So I think the quarterback room is better, right? We had Russell last year, and we had Justin Fields, but the quarterback room is better. The defense, right, is the anchor.
It's strong.
Yeah.
I mean, this defense is really strong.
Absolutely. So no, and I think, Rob, you highlighted too. I think the division is wide open. I mean, again, there is some firepower on the offense, but
nothing on defense.
No, and I think it's completely wide open. So the schedule is going to be tough. I mean, you didn't mention the Browns, which is usually a winner too.
Miles Garrett, that's the best player on that team.
Miles
and
Garrett.
You got a 40-year-old Joe Flacco.
Shador is not starting, right? They announced, I think Joe is going to be the starting
quarterback.
quarterback.
Let me just tell you what I think is going to happen.
Okay.
I think Dion's going to do one more at Colorado.
Yeah.
Shador is going to take over for Flacco and prove that he is a franchise quarterback.
Right. And you think that Dion is then
next coach in Cleveland? Stefanski's out.
I did only one NIL deal, right?
Really?
You know who it was with? Shador Sanders.
No.
That is true. Yeah, when he was down at Jackson State and Dion, I did a Shador Sanders limited edition barbecue sauce, sold like crazy down there. He was a freshman.
This kid's mature.
Yeah.
I like this young man.
And you know what? He is dynamic, but Rob, it's still the Browns, right? It's still the Browns and the quarterback. And again, this is, we're Steeler fans here, so we'll see. I like Joe Flacco. I actually like him, and again, I think,
You know who I want you to do something with?
What?
Bernie Kosar.
Right
now, he's doing a lot of really cool stuff.
Yeah.
He's had some health challenges.
Yes, he has.
He was a great quarterback.
Where did he go to college?
Miami.
Miami, of course.
Right.
He did. Yeah.
And they were just...
Maybe the last great Browns quarterback.
Well, the last Pro Bowl Browns quarterback was Derek Anderson.
Oh, my God. Wow. I don't even know the year on that. So
a long time ago.
It's a long time ago.
But I've always liked the Browns, other than when they played the Steelers.
Yeah.
I've always had a special place in my heart because he is from Ohio, meaning Bernie Kosar. But I would like to see the Browns be more competitive. But the sad story about this quarterback situation, Kenny Pickett's probably going to get cut.
Yeah, right.
They're going to keep Gabriel. They're going to keep Shador and Flacco. I hope somebody gives Kenny Pickett an opportunity.
Well, Kenny Pickett has, though. He has a Super Bowl ring.
Yes.
Yeah, he does have a Super Bowl ring.
And a few $1 million in the bank.
Yeah. And you know what? I worked with, I think, one of the most popular Browns players within the last 10 years. I worked with Nick Chubb.
Oh, great running back.
An incredible guy. Horrible injury. But
did you see him training to get back into shape? What he was doing?
And he is a monster. He is a great guy. But Kenny may lock out. He's got a good agent. There's always a second or third string out there. I mean, he obviously didn't get a shot in with the Eagles because they have Jalen Hurts. But the quarterback room is very crowded in Cleveland.
Why does the NFL resonate? Why does it produces? Why do people love it so much? Branding, especially.
Well, branding. I think first of all, it's a shorter season, 17 games. The thing that I think really ignited it, and I think you'll agree, was betting and fantasy. Fantasy football.
Yeah.
The other sports have tried it. Fantasy baseball, basketball. Fantasy football is a drug. I mean, from and I say that good, from a 10-year-old to a 90-year-old. Everybody does fantasy football. And one of my clients, Rob, has historically been the number one
Now
pick.
you know where I learned how to promote.
The number one pick in fantasy football. May not be this year, but he is healthy. And guys, I'm telling you, a little inside information, because I was with him. That would be Christian McCaffrey.
What's up, man? Got to say hi to UPS, man.
There we go. That would be Christian McCaffrey of your San Francisco 49ers. So they are ready. I know he's had some injuries last year.
Now that you mentioned it, I got to go get it.
What's that?
Keep talking.
Oh, that's Ed McCaffrey.
I know.
That's the old man. But, yeah. But if you love mustard, and everyone loves mustard, that's McCaffrey Rocky Mountain Mustard. And, Ed, or Robbie, do you know that there's 4 McCaffrey sons? Let me run that down real quick.
Run it down.
Number 1 is Max McCaffrey. Went to Duke. Wide receiver. Had Ed's name. Is a coach for the Dolphins. Number 2, Christian McCaffrey. Went to Stanford. Should have won the Heisman. Niners. Number 3 son. Wonderful. Dylan McCaffrey. Starting quarterback in Michigan. Works with me. Number 4 son. This kid should be drafted as well. Is Luke McCaffrey. Luke McCaffrey. 3rd round pick a year ago for your Washington Commanders. So how about that? They have 3 of the 4 McCaffrey kids are in the NFL. Christian and Luke are playing. Max is a coach. Dylan actually works with me and Dad on McCaffrey protein bites. Yes, at Dick's Sporting Goods. Get them. They are fantastic, Rob.
I love Dick's Sporting Goods.
I love Dick's Sporting Goods more. So that's the lineup. I think the Steelers are going to be good. Ask me my Super Bowl pick.
Who's your Super Bowl
I know,
pick?
that's a good question, Rob.
Aren't you glad I asked?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked. You know what? Before I die, which God knows when.
Listen, we do think about it, though.
We do think about it, yeah. Yeah, we have about another 20
Even
years
the president's been thinking about it.
Has he really?
Yes, he
Has
has.
he brought it up? Well,
It's mortality. We're at that age.
We're the same, yeah. But I'm
still
look good.
fighting.
No, and speaking of looking good, there's a nice jogger in the area, too, here that is running around. I will go, because they have to win one, I'm going to go the Buffalo Bills in the AFC. Which
They got to win it this
They
year.
gotta win it.
This has got to be the year.
And the outlier, I'm going to go Washington Commanders, because they were, Rob, if you remember, they were a touchdown away from beating the Eagles to go to the Super Bowl. So Commanders, Bills, you hear it here first. I know maybe it's not a
What
popular
a
pick.
great matchup.
I know you're thinking. Is anybody thinking Steelers this year, Rob? I don't think you're into this.
No, they win a playoff game, I think.
How many wins do you predict?
10.
10, which would be an improvement. 10 will get them into a wild card. 10 probably will not win the division, right? No, but I don't. The division's kind of open. I don't know.
Listen, I'm telling you, the Steelers they got T.J. Watt still.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on
What's
now.
going on with Cam?
He'll be okay. And this Harmon kid's strong, too. He's going to
Yeah.
see some playing
Yeah,
time. And Joey Porter's ready to take the next step.
Yeah.
Ramsey, I'm telling you, they're really good. Alex Highsmith.
Yeah.
The Bengals have no defense.
There we go.
And really, when you look back, they shouldn't have gotten both of those wide receivers. They should have kept one,
Right.
traded one to the Steelers,
Right,
and
yeah.
they should have got a
Well,
defensive
the
player.
Bengals ownership is messed up, right?
Well, Mike
they're-
Brown's a great guy, legendary, of course.
Yeah.
Paul Brown, his dad, Massillon, Ohio, the whole thing.
Right.
But man, you got to have defense in the National Football League, and Baltimore doesn't have a defense.
So one of the reasons I think the Steelers did well for so many years,
Defense.
well, their defense, but their division was meant. The Browns historically were horrible,
Yeah.
right? The Bengals were up and down. The Ravens are good recently, but I mean the Steelers I'd say for the last 10, 15 years, maybe had one of the easier divisions in the National Football. And they, you got to beat up on teams in your division, right? And the Steelers historically did that. They
You think the Browns regret letting Baker Mayfield go now?
Oh my God, I love Baker. Yeah, you think the Buccaneers are happy to have? Absolutely.
Woo.
Yeah. The one time they found a quarterback. Yeah. Didn't they draft Johnny Manziel? Yeah.
All right, I got to ask you a college football thing.
Okay.
Jim Harbaugh, who I like, getting beat up right now a lot.
I'm not a Harbaugh.
I know you're not.
Yeah.
That's why
I'll tell you why.
Ty will answer anything.
No.
What do you think of the whole Michigan possible $30 million penalty for the cheating scandal?
Yeah.
And they get to keep their national
They gotta
championship.
well, I think they got caught. I don't know all the ins and outs, so I'm gonna tread lightly on it, but.
Why? Just speak your mind.
Well, no, I think $30 million is probably a drop in the bucket, but.
Yeah, when you're making $100 million a year in your athletic department.
Yeah.
But I get
so
it.
I think, but it's.
Their coach, by the way, now suspended for 3 games.
Yeah, yeah. You know, they got their hand in the cookie jar, Rob, and I think that is, you know, I've been listening to a lot of sports talk. I mean, it's like they get to keep the trophy, they get to keep the, you know, the championship. You know, $30 million is a weekend game up at, you know, up at Ann Arbor. So that's just so. Yeah, it's just, you know, I love college sports like anybody, but this whole some cheating, but this whole NIL transfer portal thing, we could go on for hours.
But let me tell you something. I heard something today that makes a lot of sense. The NIL might actually benefit the NFL because it'll keep some of these players.
Well, that's true.
Because everybody's ready to christen him the next great everything, meaning Arch Manning.
Right. Yeah.
But he's got to play a season yet.
Yes.
With Texas, you know, before we start saying he's overall number one.
Yeah, it may keep. I don't fault these guys for making money. The transfer portal thing.
That's obnoxious.
It's got to change. Like, you know, and you know what? I went to Northern Illinois University. The coach, and I can't remember his name, just went out as well. You know, these guys transfer. It doesn't mean they're going to play. It's always greener on the other side. So whether you're a MAC school or even a Big Ten school or so on, you know, it's be careful about transferring. I mean, if you're a star at maybe a smaller D1 school, and you think, oh, you know what, I can go, you know, maybe I could go to Penn State, or maybe I go to Michigan State, and maybe the money's better. Okay, maybe the money's better.
Maybe is a big maybe.
Maybe, but you want to play, and then there's no guarantee that you're going to play up to the next level. So the transfer portal thing has to be fixed.
Well, let's go back well over a half a century and put it in perspective. The difference between some of these schools. Forget about name, image, and likeness.
Yeah.
I had Terry Hanratty on Monday, the great Terry Hanratty.
We're going to old school.
Way back.
Yeah.
Out of Butler, when Butler had the numbers that it has today. Butler still has lots of kids in that school district. So he goes in.
Butler.
Yeah.
Oh,
He see what you learn?
Okay.
Anyway, so the great Terry Hanratty goes to Notre Dame.
Yeah.
And he tells me on the air, he said, Rob, let me tell you what it was like when I went to Notre Dame. There were 4 freshman quarterbacks that were all state that Notre Dame got in one recruiting class.
Right.
And they had to battle it out.
Yeah.
Those 4 freshmen, all state, 4 freshmen coming in the same time at Notre Dame.
You know, I grew up outside Chicago.
So you know about Notre Dame.
And I admired it, but I kind of disliked Notre Dame, only because of that reason. They would get all the 4 and 5 stars. You know, I went to Northern Illinois. We'd get a 2-star. But Notre Dame would have the cream of the crop, and it's incredible setting there in South Bend. And, yeah, by the way, Notre Dame lost 1 game last year in the regular season. You know who to?
Your alma mater.
Northern Illinois University. I say we got paid $1.5 million to go to South Bend to beat Notre Dame.
That's
big. It's the greatest day of my football life. And it was just unbelievable. And Northern Illinois is coming to Pitt. Not next year, but the following year in 2027.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and there'll be probably 5 people from DeKalb. I'll be one of them cheering on. You know, hail to Pitt. My son Ryder went there.
I love Pitt.
But
me too.
for that day,
that's my team.
Yeah, so I think Northern gets paid $1.2 million to come here.
Okay, last thing before I
Yeah.
skedaddle. I got to go back to the home studio in Monaca. I love name, image, and likeness. I love branding. I love what you do.
Yeah.
I've never been as big, but I actually did have a coffee cake one time with my likeness on it. I had a beer can
Did
with
you
my
get paid
likeness.
for that? You got you get to keep the coffee cake?
Yeah,
There
and
you
I got some
That's
cases of
even
beer.
better than money.
Listen, you should have been my agent because nobody pays me for anything anymore. That's okay. I'm happy. All good in the neighborhood. But how are you going to walk away? Because every day you're going to see an athlete, a charity. You're going to want to put a name to a mustard or a candy bar, a cereal. But I love this stuff.
Yeah.
Look, we love the grocery business.
We do.
I mean, I am passionate.
How many Coon stores? I think there's 9.
There's 8.
8. There
But-
should be 9.
But you never know.
But Joe, 9. Let's open up a new one.
Well, Joe, we miss him every day.
Yeah.
But Joe D
Joe, yeah.
is now running the show,
Very
our
good.
great CEO, and I just left
Yeah.
her, and we were just chatting it up a little bit. But you got to see the new store in Bellevue.
Yeah. Oh, I go by it all the time.
Wait till
they
you-
knock down the YMCA. That thing is going to look. When's that opening, Rob?
Well, I'm not so sure, but when it does, you'll be definitely
I
there.
will be shopping there.
I love shopping in that store.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bellevue's
Yeah.
a cool little community.
Bellevue is I think it'd be the next Lawrenceville.
Well, here's what I want you to do, because
Yeah.
I'm the king of mustard.
Yeah.
I have mustard in my car and a bag of pretzels.
What kind of mustard? What is your favorite?
I like brown, spicy mustard.
Spicy brown mustard.
But why can't you get my likeness on a bottle of mustard? Just one bottle.
Because, Rob, I don't think I can afford you. I can afford Christian McCaffrey. I can afford Aaron Judge.
Come on, just
Rob Pratt.
go through the list again.
No,
come on, I want it. Reg, come on,
There
give me
we
the
go.
list. Give me the list.
All right. Well, the current ones are Aaron Judge, Bubblegum, Grand Slam Grape, Big League Chew, new this year, McCaffrey Mustards, and McCaffrey Protein Bites. I was just up in a penthouse in Philadelphia with a young man who we'll talk about later, Cooper DeJean. Yeah, Cooper DeJean had the greatest football day of his life. What did he do? Won a Super Bowl ring.
Is he even 23 yet?
He's 20. He turned. Intercepted a ball from Patrick Mahomes, scored a touchdown on his 22nd birthday. Same birthday as Saquon, but 22. So I was at his home filming a commercial, penthouse overlooking the city. Life is good for Cooper DeJean. So Cooper DeJean will be out in a month. Of course, we have the Bond of Brothers cereal.com. And a few others that I can't even mention. One coming in Chicago in the spring of 26.
you did stuff with Patrick Mahomes. I mean, you've done.
Patrick Mahomes Magic Crunch, 900,000 boxes in Kansas City. Josh Allen, who is one of the great guy. Josh Allen gave all his money away to the Oshai Children's Hospital. 500,000 boxes of cereal, 1.2 million K-Cups. Josh Allen.
Wow.
Boom. But good. It's athletes often get a bad rap. Athletes don't maybe talk about these things. So many of these guys give back. Cam, and even though Cam's taken some hits here in the media.
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy. A lot of these
Loved
guys,
his
because they
father.
make so much money, but they do a lot of really, really good things. Aaron Judge has an All Rise Foundation, which is awesome.
How big is that guy standing next to him?
I was very small, and I was
Big.
He 6'8", 275.
All muscle.
I don't know, 5% body fat, and adopted one of the most wonderful mothers I spent time with.
Can you
with
imagine
Patty
playing
Judge.
for the New York Yankees?
I think the hardest thing is in professional sports in America is not only playing for the Yankees. He's the captain of the Yankees, so he has to follow Derek Jeter. Think about the history: Ruth, Gehrig, DiMaggio,
Don't forget Thurman Munson.
Thurman Munson. To be the captain, the pressure, because the Yankees have to win the World Series. They don't just go. In New York, you have to win every year, which they've won 27 times. But to be the captain of the Yankees is almost impossible, and he carries it very well.
How's that Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams going to do with the Bears? Your team, Chicago.
I think they're going to do well.
That guy's smart.
I think they got the right coach. Tyson Bagent, that was just signed
I saw
to
that.
a 2-year, $10
Big-
million deal.
I know.
Awesome. Yeah.
I need a deal
at
like
Shepherd College. Talk about that. So I'm very happy. I like
that.
him.
Should give everybody hope.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. D3 school. Yeah. And 2 years, $10 million. I don't know how much that's guaranteed, but it sounds good. So, I think the Bears going to be good. The Packers are still the cream of the crop there.
The NFC North is full of talent.
The Lions are rough. The Vikings have male cheerleaders. That's a big story. So, but let's save that for later.
Jordan Love, Green Bay Packers.
That is everybody waiting for the NFL to. I mean, let's get through this preseason. Let's get through this.
Who's going to really, I think, surprise? Who do you think is going to surprise some people this year? I honestly think
Yeah.
you're going to see DK Metcalf do things that are just like
Oh,
off
I think
the charts.
so too. First off, the locker room is better. There's no Pickens. There's no controversy. I think he's going to elevate all the wide receivers. The guy is chiseled out of stone. I mean, if you've seen him, the guy is just.
Hey, by the way, Micah Parsons was hinting he'd love to come to the Steelers. Could you imagine him as a Steeler?
What is Jerry doing down there?
It's crazy. I love him, but what are they doing?
The head coach.
But why is this the lead story every single day?
Because Jerry loves being Jerry.
He's Barnum
Jerry
and
loves
Bailey.
it. Yeah.
He makes it work.
And I grew up in Chicago. It was Bill Veck. If you remember Bill Veck.
Oh, yeah, with the White Sox.
He is the Bill Veck billionaire. Bill didn't have the money, but yeah, he just he wants to be on.
How about when the White Sox wore shorts?
It was great.
That was cool.
That was great. I mean, I grew up there when I don't think maybe I was too young with Veck, but maybe I don't know. Maybe they're wearing shorts, but
At disco night, they burned all the records.
Hey, the Buccos won today. Did you see that?
Toronto.
2 out of 3
I'll
to
take
the Blue
it.
Jays.
Yep,
I
I'll
know.
take it.
So go Yeah, and Paul, the one loss was, I think, when Skeens pitched, got a no decision.
Bubba Chandler's coming up Friday.
Bubba Chandler. Yeah, why now? Why are they bringing up Bubba
Hey,
now?
let's just do it, man.
Yeah.
I like him.
There
You know,
you
he
go.
was a really good college quarterback.
I didn't know. Where did he play?
I want to say he had offered to go to, he didn't go to college, but he got an offer to go to Clemson.
Okay.
I think
very
that's
good.
the story.
They don't need pitching, Rob. I think
No, they need
hitting.
But here's what type of hitting they need.
Yeah, go ahead.
They need to get like a Pete Alonso.
Yeah.
They need to get veteran players.
How about corner infielders that can hit?
Yeah.
I mean, Horowitz is a nice guy.
But he's
you
not.
Know, and you know who's doing good? Keep Ryan Hayes. Do you see what he's doing in Cincinnati?
Well, you know his manager is.
Yeah, he should be here. Right.
I would have
Terry.
loved it, Terry.
Terry, which is, yeah, but let's, I mean.
Did you do his spaghetti sauce?
No.
Somebody
yeah.
did a spaghetti
Yeah,
sauce.
you know, people knock me off all the time. No, I didn't. No, I didn't do that. But the Reds are like 7 games over.
Is this fun for you while you do
Yeah,
this?
because you know
you don't
what?
need the job.
I don't need the job. I'm working with people that I really like. Aaron Judge, unbelievably nice guy. McCaffrey family, top shelf. Cooper DeJean comes from a tiny little town. I can't even pronounce it. So now I'm just working with agents who can be difficult, but agents that I really
But
like.
you know, you have a little of that in you too.
What?
Man, you have a little bit of that high octane agent thing
Yeah,
going.
yeah. Well,
Listen,
yeah, but
it's like negotiating with him is like negotiating a gunfight, bringing a knife.
I guess I need to do a Rob Pratt mustard.
No,
Is that-
you're just really good at what you do. And what I really admire about you, and I've
Yeah.
known you for 30 years, you're honest.
You know what?
And you're honest as
I
the day is
appreciate
long.
that. The agent community is very small, so you know, you don't do it right for an athlete or an agent, you're done. So you know what? It's like telling the truth. It's better to be honest. It's better to tell the truth. Then you can forget things, right? So, you know, none of my deals are huge. Flutie did very well, but now.
But there's something about, listen, I don't care who you are. I never did anything for money, okay?
Yeah, right.
But there's something to have your face on a beer can.
Oh, absolutely.
And when you see that it's still up there and somebody will bid like $4 to buy a can of it,
Yeah.
that's special, man.
Cooper DeJean doesn't need this money. He's
No.
made so money, but you know what? We all grew up, whether it's a Wheaties box or this product, and yeah, and you know what? A lot of it's their folks. They're like, you know, it's my deals tend to be the smallest, but they love it, like because it's their own brand. These guys get deals from Old Spice, Gillette, which are great, and those run for 3 months, 6 months, and then they're gone.
But they're not on the brand.
They're not on the brand. So I help, and they all want, you know, they think about what I want to do after. They all, IP, you know, the intellectual property. So this is a way to get their name out, their brand out. You know, the cereal brands tend to maybe appear to be maybe sometimes bigger than they are. But the first product I did with Ed was a cereal. I did Eddie's mac and cheese, it did okay. And then we've sold 4.2 million jars of mustard in Colorado with Ed McCaffrey.
Wow.
So, and that's been a nice annuity, cashes checks all the time. And so, yeah, it's their own brand. So I apologize for not having a Rob Pratt
That's
brand.
okay. We'll work on it.
Yeah.
And I can find some space at Coons Market and
There-
put it on the shelves. I
Really?
still, listen, I love the grocery business. I'm so excited about this Bellevue store. I can't wait.
Yeah.
And I must tell you, you know
Can
when
I be there when the grand opening?
when we cut the ribbon.
I
you'll
don't
be
need to cut the ribbon. I'll just take your picture.
But listen, you realize this whole cereal thing started when we were growing up, the Wheaties box.
Absolutely.
And I still search out the Wheaties
But you know
box.
what? Here's what General Mills. I think well, I don't say the mistake they made. First off, when's the last time you had a bowl of Wheaties? The answer is probably years.
Yes.
It's not a favorite. It's a good, healthy product.
I
but
always liked it,
yeah, but
but
they
I don't
would-
eat cereal that much anymore.
What they did, which they did great, they would go after the biggest athletes. They'd go after
Bruce Jenner.
Arnold Palmer, Serena, which is great. All the big names. So I said, you know what? I bet if we find local names like Lynn Swan, Jerome Bettis, which I did.
Yeah, you did.
Josh Allen. Like, let's go.
How
I
did
was-
you cut through all those layers to get to some of these people?
Well, you know, you start with one. I go back to the Lemieux Candy Bar gave me some credibility, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was good. Yager Peanut Butter was good. But Doug Flutie not only was financially a windfall for me, but the agent community, it's like everyone saw that. What Doug gave me, and I tell this from all the time, he gave me credibility. The Flutie thing went national. So agents like William Morris, United Talent, Wasserman, CAA said, hey, maybe we should work with that dummy in Pittsburgh. Maybe we could.
It worked.
And it worked. So now when athletes want a product, it's old.
They know where to
let's
go.
call Ty, because Ty will make a chess set, or I'll make jams or jellies. And I say this, and I'm going to give the secret away. I don't own anything. I mean, anybody can do what I do. I don't own a factory.
Well,
I don't
here's
own a
what's
brand.
amazing about our business
Yeah.
now. I could actually broadcast from here
Right.
on your front porch.
Yeah.
I have my home studio, which I spend as much time, if not even more, doing content as I do in that great radio brand.
Right.
National Radio Day
Right.
today, by the way. But neither one of us really have an office anymore.
No, I do everything.
I mean, this is
I
it.
do everything on my front porch here. I look at the hummingbird feeders. I look at the robins come here. I do all my Zoom and my team calls here. I wish I would have done this. Well, I don't know if there's teams. I wish I would have done this 5 years ago. It's magic here. And then if I need to get a Safeway Giant Eagle on a call, I'll do a Zoom call and I'll bring the athlete on there too. Like we don't need to see it. We can do it just on a Teams call. Anybody can do what I do. I have some good relationships with agents.
But here's the other thing. It's a good product. Whatever you sell,
Yeah,
the product
yeah.
is good,
The
especially the
product is-
mustard.
The product has to be very
You know what
good.
was legendary, and I'm going to leave the audience on this note because they're all going to remember it. Steel City Mustard.
Steel City Mustard was fantastic.
Legendary.
Coons Market would have kept it in. Giant Eagle did not keep it in. Giant Eagle, shame on you. It was really, really
Coons
good.
kept it, though.
Coons kept it. Yeah. Thank you, Coons Market. 8 stores. The Bellevue store is going to kill. Yeah, that was out there for 8 years. Still, I would go to tailgates real quick.
Yeah.
When Mike Tomczak was a quarterback back in
Your
the day.
buddy.
My buddy, who is over in Swickley. And I remember I needed a spokesperson.
He's living in Swickley, too.
Yeah. And I said, I need a spokesperson. Mike said I would help you do that. We cut some commercials. But I would go in tailgates, and there would be Goulden's Mustard, and there'd be Giant Eagle, and I thought, Steel City Mustard Company. I wonder if people would tailgate with Steel. Bang! Hey, it's really not that hard, guys. It's not that hard. Speech major, Northern Illinois University. There's no Harvard. There's no Wharton School of Business.
You realize, though, the struggles that you had early on.
Oh, it was
I
not-
remember those days.
It was, yeah, and you were always there, Rob. Yeah.
I mean, this guy worked for the Clark Bar Candy Company,
Yeah.
worked for Iron City.
Yeah.
How about what they're doing with that brand now?
How about the clock?
Oh, I love it,
Come
man.
on.
Listen,
That is, I saw that on,
I need
I
an-
think on Instagram.
I want an Iron City neon for my basement.
Oh, my
I
God,
love
yeah,
Iron City.
Yeah, that brand, and we know the owners that went through some struggles.
But he's good now, and they're
Yeah.
good, and they're taking it to new heights, and he's crushing it in Swickley with a couple of restaurants.
Yeah. No, it's all good. So, yeah, love it.
Listen, if there's anything else I can ever do for you,
I love Rob Pratte. Rob Pratte has been so incredible to my family. Forget about business, helping me through very difficult days with my son Ryan. So, one of my dearest friends. I'm blessed to know you, and you've done a lot of great things for the Muscle Industry Association. We talk about Jerry Lewis. We're old school, but we always, it's coming up, Labor Day. Sad that doesn't exist. We text each other. We call there should be a telethon. We should be up all night watching Charo and Dean and
I still watch that stuff on social media.
I know.
Every day.
It was the greatest talent, and you were blessed to be invited to the telethon. It was the
Here's the
biggest-
most amazing thing,
Yeah.
and God rest his soul, how Jerry Lewis lived to be in his 90s.
I know.
Heart attack in the 60s, obviously some
Lived
other
a hard
issues.
life, Rob.
Never slept,
Yeah.
did all these things, and really worked full-time for MD while he was trying to make movies, and he was
Right.
the biggest box office star in the world.
Absolutely. The philanthropic stuff that he did.
It's just a shame the whole family thing kind of went the way it did.
Yeah.
But it's life, that's what happens.
So that's how it started.
But speaking of family, I'm going to say goodbye
right.
definitely on this note. I am so proud to represent Coons Market. I'm so proud to be at KDK Radio. But I will always have such a love affair for the grocery business.
Me too.
I just can't explain
kind
it.
of in my blood too. Like, when am I going to retire?
I
don't know. I kind of
I
love it.
think Joe has been a part of my life for close to 30 years. Jody, our CEO, Frank, I mean, they're my brothers and sisters from another mother. Love them. More than just business. It's family. But I think you had a lot to do with this whole grocery thing, because when you kind of came in with this PLB thing,
Yeah.
and I started wrapping my hands around some of these products,
Right.
I think you're kind of
And it's
responsible
kinda-
too.
I think we both are.
Well, everybody needs to eat.
Yeah. I will be there when they open a store in Bellevue, please. I will be taking pictures. You're going to be cutting the ribbon with the TC
People in
family.
Bellevue are going to love it, and they're going to come
Yeah.
from across
Go to
the
Bellevue. I mean, it's
Ohio River too.
It is. 6/10 of a mile from my house. Yeah,
I'm,
close.
I'm always
I
there.
could walk down there. All right.
Remember, this is the guy, Ty Ballou. It's your Pratte Pack Coons Market Sports Reports, Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday, Coons Market for all of your grocery needs, and that new store construction underway in the great community of Bellevue. Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the sunshine, everyone.
Go Steelers.